At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Trish Burkeen, Superintendent at DeSoto School District.
Good morning. On behalf of the DeSoto School District and the Board of Education, we certainly welcome you to our high school facility for the State of the County address. As the host district, we get the opportunity to share with you a little bit about the state of our schools, as well as highlight some of our student activities, and so we'll show you a video to do that. Our mission of DeSoto School District is to ensure the learning, growth, and success of all students in a safe environment. In fulfilling that mission, we look at our academics and trying to make sure our students are college and ready when they leave the DeSoto School District. We offer a comprehensive early childhood education program for 3 and 4-year-olds, which is about 180 students at this time participating in that classroom. It's an integrated program that's tuition-based, as well as early childhood special education, Head Start, and parents as teachers. It's really, truly a place to get started of excellence in education. We encourage all of you to have an opportunity to visit that site on Rock Road. Again, a good place to go when you want to know why we're all doing this and what our mission is. Our school district is state accredited. In 10 out of the 13 standards, our students score in the top 2 levels, which is considered on track or at and above the 2020 target. Our 4-year cohort graduation rate is at 93.2%, of which over 71% of our graduates enter a 2-year or 4-year college program. We also have over 30% of our graduates scoring at or above the national average, which is a composite score on the ACT of 22 or better. And we were happy this past summer to participate in the summer's work readiness assessment, which allowed this county to be considered and recognized as a work-ready community in the state of Missouri. Financially, our district operates a budget of over $30 million. We have reserve balances within the range conservatively between 17% and 19%. With over 369 employees, we provide 100% employee coverage for health, dental, and life, and we do that through a self-funded program which has enabled us in the last 6 years to not have any cost or increase to our premiums. Over 50% of those revenues, however, come from state sources, and with the uncertainty in the economics over the past several years and the inability to fully fund the state formula, the district certainly has also been underfunded. Annually, in the tune of between $400,000 and $1 million, the district has not received funding for, in addition to cuts in transportation costs between $200,000 and $300,000 annually. So looking over the past 6 years, that's a substantial amount of money that the district has not been able to have available for the programs that we would like to be able to offer and continue to offer to prepare our students for the 21st century. This has certainly made us cautious in our endeavors and in putting on strains on us to make abilities to improve the curriculum and technology in our schools. However, educators always come together and do what we can and do what's best with the resources that we have. But certainly as businesses and communities and legislators in this room today, we certainly are with you to help continue to pursue the state of this economy in the county and the state so that we can continue to improve our schools for our students. Our facilities have a long-term plan that began in 2003. The district incurred substantial losses to the facilities with the storm that occurred that year, and that really got us thinking about our long-term plans for the 21st century. 2003, 2006, and 2009 are patron-supported bond issues, and in 2015 of April, we're looking to ask our patrons again to support us with a $9.5 million bond issue to continue those plans that started in 2003. We've been able to continue to do that over this course of several years by providing a no tax rate increase to our debt service levy and still maintaining the second lowest tax rate levy in the county. Those are hard facts for our school district, hard data, but often more revealing to us is to look at the soft data and look at what really is going on in our schools, and the only way we can do that is really looking at our students first. And as you can see from your placemat, that's kind of been a continued theme, and you kind of think it's obvious, students first, but sometimes we need to put that in front of us all the time to remember what decisions we make should be based on our students first and what opportunities we can provide them. They truly are the future. They will be the decision makers, and some of them, over 200 of them, very shortly will be graduating in May to start that process. So at this time, I'd like to give you some of that soft data, give you some of the anecdotal and informal look into our school district by showing you the short video that was put together by our junior high media teacher, Melissa Williams. So again, I think our students really represent the true facts and the future for our schools and for our communities. Certainly, before I turn this over back to Grant, we want to know that our resources, our valuable resources, are our people. And I know in the brochure it lists that thank you to lots of people that put this event together, but personally want to make sure to thank our students that have participated and our staff that helped to get this together, as well as the Food Services Director, Dixie Hart, and her staff. And then certainly would fail to not mention Dr. Clint Freeman, my assistant superintendent, who worked with the planning committee to do all the logistical things and make sure that today happened and was successful for you. So I appreciate those people making this day happen. At this time then, I will turn it back over to Grant Keller. Grant's going to share a little bit about our students first as well, and certainly he represents our leadership in our school district.
DeSoto school districts have not only put me, but the entire student body first by providing us with a fantastic faculty that really works hard to ensure that we not only learn the information to pass tests, but to carry with us for the rest of our lives, as well as a fantastic counseling center that works hard to ensure that every student who graduates will find a place, whether it is a vocational school, four-year university, or an associate's degree. I'd also love how they provide a numerous amount of activities and sports that provide students with opportunities to grow on skills they already have and develop new skills that they need to carry with them through the rest of their lives. And next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Scott Sheldon. Scott Sheldon is the Director of Operations for the Chapel Hill Funeral Homes and Cemeteries, located in Cedar Hill and in Kirkwood. He was born and raised in Jefferson County. Scott attended Northwest High School and graduated from Missouri State University with a bachelor's degree in business. After managing his family's auto body shop in High Ridge, Scott became the Director of Operations for Chapel Hill Mortuary and Memorial Gardens in Cedar Hills in 2003. He is a Missouri State licensed funeral director, and his management and business experience have helped Chapel Hill to expand its operations to St. Louis, acquiring historic Oak Hill Cemetery, Chapel Hill Mortuary at Kirkwood, and Cremation Society of St. Louis. Scott's leadership has also helped Chapel Hill to become an important source for community outreach and support. Chapel Hill hosts an annual trivia night that raises more than $10,000 each year for Peace Pantry in Cedar Hill, an Easter egg hunt for more than 300 community families, a Valentine's Tea Party for widows, a Memorial Weekend parade through Cedar Hill honoring veterans, and many more events that have brought together folks from all over Jefferson County. Scott resides in House Springs as a member of the First Baptist Church of Cedar Hill and serves on the board of Jefferson County Growth Association. He is currently chairman of the state of the county. Scott Sheldon is committed to improving support and resources for businesses and residents of Jefferson County. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Scott Sheldon.
Thank you, and good morning, and welcome to the 2015 State of the County. I'd like to again thank Superintendent Dr. Trish Burkeen, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Clint Freeman, the Director of Food Services, Dixie Harden, the staff of DeSoto School District, and the Maintenance Department for doing just a fabulous job of getting the building and the grounds ready for this event. We have lots of sponsors today, so I'd like to run through those real quick and thank them for being sponsors of this great event. We have Eagle Bank, Twin City Toyota, Fireworks City, Comtree, Ameren, Missouri, Mercy, Home Service Oil, Sunny Hill, Remax, Mark Mertens with Big Sky Advisors, Hovis & Associates, First State Community Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Debbie Dunnigan, Recorder of Deeds, Chapel Hill Mortuary and Memorial Gardens, Govro Land Services, Jefferson County Community Partnership, Elaine Gannon, State Rep District 115, Becky Ruth, State Rep District 114, Next Step for Life, and the Breeze Law Firm. And a special thanks to Drummond Florist for our plants, the Leader Publications, KJFF Radio, and JCTV for the live broadcast. And if you are an elected official for Jefferson County, if you would please stand to be recognized at this time. It's an honor to represent Jefferson County Growth Association. At JCGA, our mission is to provide coordination of professional leadership to promote and support new and existing growth throughout Jefferson County. Our board has been working diligently this past year to promote and create awareness of our initiatives and campaigns. Many new and exciting ideas for 2015 look to boost them even further. The JCGA provides opportunities for interacting with and hearing from Jefferson County legislators during our State of the County address, the legislative forums, meet the candidates, and our legislative reception. Because of JCGA's One Plan, One Voice initiative, we were asked to be part of the Safety First Coalition sponsored by the Missouri Department of Transportation. Being included in this coalition means that our needs here in Jefferson County can be presented and addressed. You can witness some of these successes of this coalition in the road projects currently underway in Jefferson County. At JCGA, we have taken our Shop Jefferson County campaign to the streets, participating in community activities and distributing promotional items to the residents of Jefferson County. We plan to increase our presence at county events and add another month of billboard exposures in the upcoming year. You should see our billboards up and down the corridor of Highway 30, Highway 55, Highway 21. We like to promote shopping in Jefferson County and keeping the sales tax dollars here in the county. The good work of JCGA is funded by membership dollars, but also has 2 successful fundraising events throughout the year. And 2 of those events would be our golf tournament and our car show called the Motorama. JCGA's Tourism Committee is well underway in its plans of bringing awareness of the great events, landmarks, and attractions that our county has to offer, both inside and outside our community. The representation of each city in Jefferson County on this committee is sure to make it a huge success. The JCGA website is getting a new look and more user-friendly experience that will incorporate all of these components, streamlining information for the public, businesses, and of all of our members. JCGA is proud to launch the latest educational and training opportunities for businesses in 2015 with a Brown Bag Lunch and Learn series. You can anticipate constructive speakers on marketing, social media, understanding financials, networking, and more. We look forward to having you as a member of Jefferson County Growth Association, and we together will build a better and stronger community. We have brochures at the table when you came in. If you would love to become a member, we'd like to have you. This Growth Association does a lot of great things for the county, and we enjoy doing it as a board, and we'd like to have you. So please, if you would pick one of those up if you're not a member. If you're a board member of the Jefferson County Growth Association, would you please at this point stand? This is the board that gets it done for us, and I really appreciate all the work they do. It's great to work with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Sheldon. Next, I will introduce Mr. Ken Waller. On November 2nd, 2010, the voters of Jefferson County elected Kenneth B. Waller as the county's first county executive. Waller took office on January 1st, 2011. The county executive is the chief executive officer of the county government. Prior to being elected county executive, Ken Waller was elected as treasurer of Jefferson County and served in the capacity from 2004 until 2008. While treasurer, Waller served on the board of directors of the Missouri Treasurers Association. Kenneth B. Waller is a lifelong resident of Jefferson County and a graduate of Festus High School. Don't worry, DeSoto will not hold that against you. Waller attended Jefferson College and graduated with an associate's degree in business administration. Waller then attended the University of Missouri in St. Louis and graduated with a bachelor's degree in public administration. On November 4, 2014, the voters of Jefferson County re-elected Ken Waller as county executive. Ken currently serves as the executive board of the East-West Gateway Council of Governments and was recently selected to serve as vice chairman for the 2015 year and will progress to chairman in 2016. He also serves as a board member for the Missouri Association of Counties, the Country Mental Health Board, the YMCA Board, the Economic Development Corporation of Jefferson County, and the Jefferson Franklin Workforce Developmental Board. Ken is married to Trina Waller. They have 3 children, Kayla, Tyler, and Trevor. And now, Mr. Ken Waller.
I won't hold that statement he made about DeSoto, Festus. I spent a lot of time down here when I was a young guy. I dated a couple of people from DeSoto, but just wanted to make it a little side note. This gymnasium will hold a basketball game between me and Todd Mann sometime here in the near future. We have a little standing bet that I'm going to beat him, but the best place to beat a guy is on his home court. So, with that being said, Todd, I know you're out there somewhere. Good morning. I would like to thank the staff and students of the DeSoto School District for hosting today's event, and I would also like to thank the Jefferson County Growth Association for promoting this annual event. On a side note, I thank you very much for delaying this a day because a lot more people was able to come, and I know that everybody got here safe, and I appreciate you doing that. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge any veterans that are here with us today or that might be listening on radio or the JCTV. If you are a veteran, would you please stand at this time? Please join me in giving our veterans a round of applause. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice to our country. I would also like to recognize all first responders that are here today. Thank you for your valuable service and dedication. There's also a few other people I would like to acknowledge. I know they already had the elected officials stand. Becky Ruth had to leave. I see Elaine Gannon, their state reps. There's a couple people, actually 4 or 5 people I would really like to recognize. Derek Good, David Courtway, they're standing in the back. They're 2 of my best friends. David's the director of administration. Derek's a partner with a Thurman law firm. I couldn't do this job and be sane every day if it wasn't for these guys. I love these guys. I spend every day with them just about. I'd also like to, I know Judge Missy's not here, but there's a few other people that are very important to me. Mark Mertens, Dave Crump, Daryl Missy. These guys are just great friends. I know I'm missing some people, so I apologize. Also, I would like to acknowledge some special guests that I invited today, and if they would please stand. Nona Alderson, Sarah Joyner, and Logan Joyner. Would you guys please stand? If you could give these people a round of applause for coming today. These are the family of Gil Alderson, of which last year we got an award for Gil, and I'll make a small presentation here in just a little bit with that. But we lost Gil Alderson this year, and what a great guy. And again, I will be talking about that briefly. I'm going to move it to the end of my message as opposed to the beginning. So, and finally, the 2 most important women in my life, my wife, Trina, and my mother, Barb Phillips. If they would please stand. I've been married for 25 years, and up until this year, I didn't realize just how important my wife was to me. 2014 was a very difficult election for me, and as anybody that is running for public office knows, you cannot do it without a spouse that stands behind you. She's my best friend, and she is my wife, and this is the first time that she's been able to come to the state of the county, and I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the wife she is and the mother she is to our children, and I love you very much. Today I'm here to tell you that the state of the county is moving upward and forward. Jefferson County is an ideal place to work, live, and raise a family, due in part to location, natural resources, infrastructure, strong communities, and award-winning schools. The active participation of our citizens in various communities and community organizations make our county a very desirable place to live. One organization that has made a very dramatic impact on the lives of many people during 2014 was the Jefferson Memorial Community Foundation. The mission of this foundation is to provide support for charitable and educational activities that promote individual and community health and well-being. During 2014, the foundation funded more than 100 grants to qualified charities and government units located in or serving residents of Jefferson County. These grants total more than $7 million. These funds are being utilized to provide programs, services, capital expenditures, and jobs that are all providing benefits to the residents of Jefferson County. I know Sunny Hill received a couple of grants, Honeyburg received a big grant, and I know I can name a lot more. But those are direct impacts and influx of money to our county. I know Stoke Wishmeyer, I saw him somewhere. Stoke, can you just raise your hand? You're in the back. He's on the board of directors. If you could let Jeff Buck and the board of directors know we appreciate what you guys do and continue to protect that capital money and continue to help these people that need help, these charities and the people that really can benefit from this. Thank you very much. In 2014, Jefferson County saw progress on many fronts. We were able to complete major capital expenditures by purchasing property and facilities to house our emergency hazmat team and also future emergency operations center. This facility has the potential to serve as a backup center for government continuity for essential services in case there is a catastrophic event that impacts government facilities in Hillsborough. In 2011, we were given a plan that projected a several million-dollar expense along with long-term financing for this project. I am pleased to say that the county purchased this property for approximately $500,000. We paid cash and did not add to the long-term debt of our county. The county also made major upgrades to our Northwest Sports Complex by adding restroom facilities and concession facilities, and I believe we also added a new playground for the kids. Again, this was completed by paying cash and not adding to the long-term debt. The council and I worked with staff and many stakeholders in the county to review and revise or eliminate burdensome or costly UDO regulations. For example, we reduced the amount of right-of-way dedications required from 30 to 20 feet. We also reduced some septic requirement regulations. An advisory committee was established to review the UDO and report back any recommended areas for us to address. We were able to continue with our plan of replacing obsolete vehicles in our county fleet. During 2014, Jefferson County saw improvement on several economic fronts. With the help of many stakeholders in our county, we were able to gain approval from the taxpayers, an extension of the 1/2 cent sales tax for road and bridges that was set to sunset in 2016. Jefferson County, along with all the cities in the county, share proportionately these funds, and they are vital for maintaining and improving road and bridge systems throughout the county and the cities. I would personally like to thank a number of individuals that are in the audience. I see 2 or 3 of them, Jim Caston, Jason Eisenbeis, a lot of the city administrators, the mayors of these towns. We all worked hand in hand, threw away party labels, threw away ideologies, and said we have to get this passed. And through the efforts of all of us, we got that passed, and it'll now go for another 15 years. So thank you to you, not just you guys, but anyone else that was involved in that process. Thank you. Jefferson County gained permission from the state of Missouri to expand our Port Authority boundary lines. Port funding from the state and from the county was put into action, creating economic interest and activity. Economic activity began in the Port region, and we are now having an excess of 100 trucks a day moving freight along the Mississippi River. Jefferson County sales tax receipt increased for the first time. Jefferson County sales tax increased and for the first time eclipsed the $11 million mark. Unemployment indicators continue to move positively for our county. Recent data indicates the unemployment rate for our county now sits at 5.4% compared to 10.9% in January of 2011. There are now more people employed in the county than there were January of 2011. We have seen renewed interest in Jefferson County from business and construction sectors such as InBev, who recently announced expansion at the Arnold facility. We are also in discussions along with the Port Authority and the DDC regarding other projects throughout the county. While we can speak of many accomplishments, we cannot sit back and be content with the status quo. There is still much work to be done. We must do all we can to make sure that our successes translate and generate more opportunities in the future for all of our citizens of our county. We will continue to build on our momentum if we do a number of things. Maintain fiscal, responsible policies and procedures at the county level. Maintain low tax and fee structures. Renewing and changing or eliminating burdensome or costly regulations. Reviewing, restructuring, and retooling county services to gain more productivity, efficiencies, and responsiveness. And finally, working with stakeholders at all levels to encourage economic investments for the citizens of our county. As we move forward in 2015 and beyond, I will continue to work on the following priorities. A continued focus on job creation and economic development. Small business and business owners account for the majority of new jobs that are created in this county and in this country. I will continue to meet with business owners throughout the county to listen to their needs, to start up, maintain, and grow the business sector. Where we need to take action, we will. I will also continue to meet with state, federal, and local officials discussing the needs of Jefferson County and work for additional resources and assist to facilitate economic growth. I will continue to promote Shop Jefferson County and Hire Jefferson County. Keeping sales tax revenue and jobs in Jefferson County has a direct impact on county services and the local economy. A shining example of what businesses can do in Jefferson County is located right here in the DeSoto community about a mile down the road. Joe Pettis and his team have created a great business model at Auto Plaza Group, the former Frank Talbot Ford business. Auto Plaza Group has grown the business from 300, from 30 employees and created 28 new jobs, with 26 of those employees that reside in Jefferson County. During the last quarter, their business was up 400%. I know they have a table. If you guys would please stand, I'd like to acknowledge you, the Auto Plaza Group here in DeSoto. Thank you, gentlemen. Maintaining and improving the county infrastructure and roadways is another important priority. During 2015, the Jefferson County Public Works Department, under the direction of Jason Jonas, will continue an aggressive capital program of continued road and bridge maintenance, preservation, and construction projects. Our Public Works Department will also conduct a school zone safety traffic study to analyze all public and private school zones on county-maintained roads throughout Jefferson County. There are currently 21 school zones. The goal of this study will be able to help the county formulate a more appropriate, consistent, safer, and enforceable school zone policy. I will continue to work with federal, state, and local officials, including the East-West Gateway Council of Governments, to gain support for road enhancements and improvements along I-55, Highway 21, and Highway 30 corridors. I would like to add, I know he's not here, but I'd like to personally thank the Mayor of St. Louis, Francis Slay, for nominating me to be on the executive board. I'm humbled by that. I have a lot of high esteem for those individuals that serve in the St. Louis, St. Charles, and St. Louis County areas, and for the mayor to ask me if I would serve as the vice chairman this year and the chairman in 2016 is beyond words. So again, I want to personally thank the mayor of St. Louis, Francis Slay, for that nomination. We will continue with capital improvements in our Northwest Sports Complex, and we will be submitting grant applications that will enable us to develop a new park in the southeast portion of the county. Recently released numbers indicate that retail sales in the U.S. fell for the first 2 months of the year, but I'm happy to report that sales tax numbers for Jefferson County are up double digits for the first 2 months of 2015. This continues to be a testament to the quality of businesses in Jefferson County and also to the citizens of Jefferson County as they shop Jefferson County. I ask you to please join me in promoting Jefferson County. If we reinforce the themes, shop Jefferson County and hire Jefferson County, we can do our part in driving current and future successes for our communities. You know, the JCGA was established just for that reason. And I want to personally thank those individuals that are not just on the board now, but that have been on the board for years, including Dan Govro and Ann Portel, and I can just go right down the list of the people that kept the dream and kept the theme alive every year, because I do believe now people are seeing that. And they always say that if you plant seed in the ground, it'll eventually bear fruit. We're bearing the fruit right now. There's a couple other things I would like to do. I'm always told by my mom and my wife both that when I speak from the heart is the best time I speak. I appreciate my speechwriter, Mr. Dave Courtway. You did a great job in helping put this speech together, Dave, so I see you in the back behind that flower. But I want to thank you in helping me put this together. But I want to deviate from this for about 5 minutes, and then I will close this up so we all can get to our jobs and get to what we're going to do. This past year, actually the past year and a half, has been a very difficult year for me and for people that have been close to me. Starting with the death of a good friend of mine's wife, Londa Crum, and going into last year, the death of Ron Casey, and finally at the end of the year, the death of Gil Olderson. And finally, at the end of the year, my stepfather passed away, Joe Phillips. I'd like to take a minute here, and I know we're going to do this different in the future, and I'm fine with that. I know this award will change. I talked to Scott about this. The Gil Olderson Award that I did last year will go to Jeffersonian, or be done at the Jeffersonian Awards, is what I understand. But I wanted to recognize not only Gil Olderson's family, but I have Joe Paulette and Dave Crump, if you could come up here real quick. And I'll keep speaking while they're stepping forward. In 2014, by executive order, we established the Gil Olderson Children's Service Award to be presented each year to someone who has provided outstanding service to the children and families of Jefferson County. This was not an award that I put together. This was an award that was put by the judges, the juvenile department, because Gil Olderson had served in our juvenile office for 34 years. 27 of those years he was a juvenile officer. Reflected on his career and work for our community, I believe it is appropriate to recognize Gil's previous commitment to our county's children and families. In my view, the best way to do is to encourage and recognize such commitment and point to examples of our people, to the examples of people in our community who share Gil's heart for kids. The recipient of the 2015 Gil Olderson Children's Service Award is Dave Crump. And Joe, you're going to present a plaque to Dave, and if we could give him a round of applause. I know Dave has a speech. We're going to kind of hold off on that. But Dave, you know, all I can say is I don't understand why God took your wife, but you are the best recipients for this because you've been involved in Boy Scouts and a lot of other things. And, you know, maybe this isn't the appropriate political correctness thing to say, but I love you and appreciate you for all the things that you do, not just for me, but for kids and for Habitat for Humanity, all the things you're involved in. Most of these people out here know Dave Crum, and I don't think there's a more deserving person than you to receive this award. And I appreciate that I'm the one who gets to help present it to you today. So I love you and appreciate you. Congratulations. You give a round of applause. I wanted to not only dedicate the State of the County to my stepfather, Joe Phillips, and my mom is here, Barb Phillips, but I want to end something a little bit differently. You may think you're in a church service, you may think you're in I'm not for sure what you'll think whenever I read the rest of this, but this is something that I want to dedicate to Ron Casey. Ron Casey was a friend to everybody. If he didn't touch your life, then you didn't know Ron, and Ron pretty much knew everybody. He didn't care who you were, what side of the tracks you were from. He didn't care about anything other than loving people. For those people that say that maybe Christians are a little different at times, Ron Casey was a Christian in every sense of the word. If there was a person that exemplified Christ on this earth, it was Ron Casey. He would give you the shirt off of his back. He would do anything for you. I miss the guy every day. And I imagine there are a lot of people out of this audience that miss him also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end my speech with it's not really a poem, it's more of a saying that he had given me a long, long time ago. I had lost it, and then I went to a Christmas Eve service, and lo and behold, this same article was on the back of the flyer of the church. I read this at my church's life group the other night, and I want to end this, and I want to dedicate the rest of my life and my public service to Ron Casey. So if you'll indulge me for about another minute and a half, and then we'll be finished. It is called What Will It Matter?, written by Michael Josephson. Ready or not, someday it will all come to an end. There will be no more sunrises, no minutes, no hours or days. All the things that you collected, whether treasured or forgotten, will pass to someone else. Your wealth, fame, temporal power will shrivel to irrelevance. It will not matter what you owned or what you were owed. Your grudges, resentments, and frustrations and jealousies, they will finally disappear. So too will your hopes and ambitions, plans and to-do lists. They will expire. The wins and losses, political and otherwise, that once seemed so important will fade away. It won't matter where you came from or what side of the tracks you lived on at the end. It won't even matter whether you were beautiful or brilliant. Even your gender and skin color will be irrelevant. So what will matter? How will the value of your days be measured? What will matter is not what you bought, but what you built. Not what you got, but what you gave. What will matter is not your success, but your significance. What will matter is not what you learned, but what you were taught. What will matter is every act of integrity, compassion, courage, and sacrifice that enriched, empowered, or encouraged others to emulate your example. What will matter is not your competence, but your character. What will matter is not how many people knew you, but how many will feel a lasting loss when you're gone. What will matter are not your memories, but the memories of those who loved you. What will matter is how long you will be remembered, but by whom and what for. Living a life that matters doesn't happen by accident. It's not a matter of circumstance, but of choice. Choose to live a life that matters. Ron Casey lived a life that mattered, and he's impacted as many people in this audience and thousands of other people. I love the guy. I miss the guy. Somehow, some way, I believe he's looking down from heaven and saying, well done, Ken. Well done, everybody in the audience. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your county executive. I'm humbled and honored every day to go to work and to do the best job I can. I try to do what's right. I try to make sure my heart is pure. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless Jefferson County.
Thank you for attending the State of Jefferson County address. We hope you all enjoyed your breakfast. At this time, on behalf of DeSoto High School, I'd like to thank you for coming and wish you a safe day as you travel and go about your day.